Hey guys, this is Lancer. Welcome you back to more Exit Fate for the PC, and I'm standing right next to this guy, and it's kind of awkward, but yeah. So, on the last episode, we came here, and Ljusalf decided to disappear when we woke up, so let's go ahead and, let's look for him, shall we? What's going on here? What? Colonel! Daniel, this lady has been looking for you. A Kierguard soldier? Stand back. No, wait. You're mistaken. Go on, Ayara. Tell him. So this is Ayara. You don't recognize me, sir? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that there were thousands of men under you. You wouldn't remember every single one of us. I was a soldier in the 2nd Division, sir. I was there with you at the Kelsinger Pass. Oh, yeah? You were in my division? Then you must know what... Is it true what they said, sir? Did you really... Did I what? I don't even know what you're referring to. I have no idea what happened myself. I knew it. I knew that you weren't that kind of person. I'm so glad I was right about you. I took a great risk trying to find you, but I just had to know for sure. Excuse me, but it seems you two have a lot to discuss. Perhaps we should find a quiet place to talk. Yeah, I guess we should. Okay. And that's how I ended up in this town. So you really know nothing about what happened, sir? No wonder you didn't come back. Well, I'll tell you my side of the story, but it might come as a shock to you. Well, tell me. Let's hear it. That night, me and the rest of my squad were asleep inside our tent when I was woken up by the noise outside. Just when I got up to see what was going on, a couple of soldiers stormed inside, dressed in Kierguard uniforms. We thought they were part of our division, but when our captain walked up to them and asked what was going on, they killed him right where he stood, without hesitation. And you gotta love the FF7 music. It was terrible. Suddenly, they were all coming at us, and most of us were still half asleep. My freaking ear decides to itch randomly? So that's where the shouting I heard came from. Go on. What happened after that? I tried my hardest to protect my team, but there were too many of them. We didn't stand a chance. We were down to just a handful when reinforcements finally arrived. It's thanks to them that I'm still alive. But many of us weren't so lucky. In our camp alone, half of us were dead or seriously wounded. How awful. So far, this all sounds like a carefully prepared sneak attack. They even disguised themselves as Kierguard soldiers. It's strange, considering how little time they had to pull this off, but it doesn't explain what this has to do with me. Yes, I'll get to that. After a long, restless night, we were all gathered at the center of the camp. General Leonius had just arrived from Jargo with his troops, and he was there to speak to us. He told us that they'd captured one of the intruders and interrogated him. You don't mean that? Yes, according to this prisoner, the attack was organized by a small group of traitors. And they said their leader was you, sir. What? But that's ridiculous. I know. I kept believing in you, sir. And I wasn't the only one either. Many of us had trouble believing their story. They told us that you turned against us in an attempt to stop our invasion. Then they said we were going to conquer the entire island in one swift move, so they had a higher chance of capturing you. It's true that I never wanted to put an end to this, but I'd never... Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense. I feel the same way, sir. From the way you always spoke to us, you didn't seem like the kind of person who'd kill his own men. I was confused. I felt like I couldn't trust anyone anymore. Finally, I decided to run away and look for you. I knew that no matter what the truth was, you'd know the right thing to do. Are you alright, sir? Where was Jovian, General Knight, during all this? I don't know. He wasn't with us. I only saw him briefly, before we moved in to take the Kelsinger Pass. I need to be alone for a while. Well, that is a lot to take in. Congratulations, men. Although this was but a training match compared to what's to come, you've taken the island swiftly and with acceptable losses. The king is very pleased with your results. Acceptable losses. We've lost far more men than we would have if we had taken the capital last. Using brute force rather than strategy is a costly way to wage a war. General Kaiser, we had no choice after one of our officers betrayed us. Who knows how much damage he could have done with the information he possessed. Ha! Are you kidding me? What could he have done on such short term? You've been You've just been taking meaningless risks, Leonius. Enough, Kaiser. What's done is done. You'll get to show your worth soon enough. I can still hardly believe one of your most trusted officers would turn on us, General Knight. Wasn't he a childhood friend of yours? What is going on? Jovian! You need to rest. You look exhausted. No, I can't rest. I have to keep busy, keep my mind off things. If I sit still or try to relax, I'll just go crazy. I understand, Jovian. The three of us grew up together. It can't have been easy on you. Shouldn't it be it couldn't have been easy on you? Yeah, whatever. It wasn't easy for either of us. Well, Jovian. If we want peace, we're gonna have to fight. There's no other way. It's wrong, but I'm willing to do the wrong thing to achieve my ideals. Someone has to make up that sacrifice for it to end. I don't want this war to be another temporary measure. We have to go all the way. I can't hesitate, and I can't turn back. These are things we have to argue about. We're talking about the fate of our country. It affects millions of people. Don't you think that's too important to ignore, even at the risk of hurting our friendship? I know we were at odds about the war, but could you really have gone this far? Could this be your way of putting me out of action? Why did things have to end up like this? I only tried to do good, and look where it got me. If you want answers, you'll have to search for them. It's no use sulking. Answers. Maybe I already have the answers I'm looking for. I just don't want to accept them. Have I been set up by people I trusted the most? I never knew just how much they were willing to sacrifice in order to fulfill their ideals. So you think it was a Kiergaard conspiracy? But then, why did they let you escape? I don't know. I don't know. If only I could remember. Maybe they did it on purpose, to boost morale for the war by giving them a target to hunt down. Or maybe it was just mercy, to allow me to escape to another country and live in exile. But Ljusalf, what if What if it is true? I don't remember a thing. Why? What if I really did it, without knowing? What then? Why can't I remember? Why do I feel so uneasy about this? Daniel, what do you believe to be true, deep in your heart? You're right. I'd never do something like that. I should stop thinking about it. First of all, Daniel, you'll have to think about what you're going to do in the future. There is no turning back. But there is no need to hurry. Go get some sleep first. The future. Yes. So I wonder what the truth could actually be. Everyone, I've thought deeply about what's the best course of action for me, and I've finally come to a decision. I want you to know that I can't force any of you to come with me. It's up to each of you to choose your own path. What is it you've decided, then? I can't return to Kiergaard, not now, and possibly not ever. I've been set up, that much is obvious now. Returning now would be far too dangerous. I shouldn't cling on to the vain hope that everything will be cleared up just like that. But my ideals are still the same. I still want nothing more than to end this meaningless fighting. So even though it may ruin all my chances of ever returning to my homeland, I've made my decision. I'm going to join the State Army. Ho ho! The State Army? And fight for the enemy? The enemy, Ayara? Who is our enemy? Isn't it Kiergaard who made me their enemy in the first place? Helman Island is disputed, but the rest of the country belongs to Zelmany. What right does Kiergaard have to take it? I can't sit around and do nothing while this war continues, and if the only way I can stop is by joining the other side, then that's something I have to do. It's a noble cause, but do you think you can achieve it? Well, even if I wanted to, it would be impossible for me to return home at this moment. I will gladly accompany you. Sir, even though I feel strange about this, I would be honored to fight by your side. Please let me help you in any way I can. Alright, so Ayara has joined. Thank you, everyone. We should see if we can speak to any authority around here. Maybe we'll find someone in Mayfall City. It's directly south from here, right? Let's go. So our next move is to head south to Mayfall City, apparently. So we've decided to join the State Army. Wow, that's a twist. In typical Suikoden fashion. So I was expecting something kind of like that to happen. But, yeah. So, I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode here. And Ayara's in level 5, that's interesting. Let's check out her stats real quick. Oh, we have Relation C with Ljusalf now. Not sure when that happened, but okay. Oh, she has Relations A. Well, that would make sense. Wild Attack. I wonder what that Wild Attack is all about. Her weapon is a hatchet. Okay. It already has decent levels. That's nice. Don't have to worry too much about upgrading it for now. And she's in level 5. She's actually got some decent HP. She almost has as much as Daniel does, and she's 2 levels lower. That's pretty nice. Plus, she has more strength. See, equipment-wise... see what she's got going on. Okay, she's got some decent equipment. Iron Bracer. Energy drink. And a brown herb, okay. Okay. Alright, so I don't think we really need to... no, we don't really need to sleep. So I think we'll just call it an episode here. So, thanks guys for watching. Next time we will be heading south to Mayfall, apparently. So, this is Lancer saying if you're gonna do it hard. I'll see you guys next time. Later.